Do you want to become an immortal, buff Balladin Beefcake in Peglin? With the right build, you can be bulkier than even the mighty dragon, unlike that puny, regular Peglin boy and his 2-pixel wide arms. Greetings, people of the internet, and welcome to a Peglin quick guide. Today we're looking at stacking as many shields as we possibly can and getting absolutely beyond Beefcake gripped while we do so. This seems like a very strong combo. I managed to max out the shields and got to about 200 stacks of strength, or muscircle as they call it, while testing. So you can basically get to a point where you take no damage while you shunk every enemy super hard with your beefed up balls. But we can really achieve what we want here with just 2 balls. You have the Buckle Orb, which grants you 4 bulwark for every 10 pegs hit, and it also deals damage. And then you have the Protect Orb, which grants 5 bulwark per 7 pegs instead, but it deals no damage. And this is one of the key things I used, because if you deal no damage, you can just sit there and stack up as many shields and muscles as you want. Which is a fun thing to do if you don't want to end the fights quickly. On the relic side, the key thing here really is Training Tabard. This lets us gain 1 muscircle for every 10 bulwark we gain, so this is how you really get ripped fast. We also have the Essential Oil, which whenever we gain bulwark we gain 2 extra, so that just lets us stack up things faster again. So really it's the combination of Training Tabard and any kind of bulwark generation from our balls, which will eventually let us become an immortal hulking Goblin God, tearing through whatever dare stand in our path. And since this is a build where we want to hit more pegs to generate shields faster, multi-ball is fantastic, so the Matryoshka shell again is great. I also found a relic called a Peace of Mind, which whenever our bulwark is removed, which is not really happening if you're generating too much, but you gain balance, which is plus damage and crit damage. So as usual in Peglin, you kinda get what you get on your runs. But for a build like this, there are again loads of options that would work well. Anything that lets us hit more pegs, that increases our stacks of shield generation or muscircle generation, would help the build come online faster. So for more muscircle, you have balls like Accentuate, Balestra, Orbration, Renewed Vig Orb, and Signal Boost Orb. And the last one is a bit special because it's affected by muscircle, Spiness, and Ballens 4 times, so that would be a really huge ball quickly. On the bulwark side, we really only have Orbust, which will grant us 6 bulwark when fired. We can also gain damage from the amount of bulwark we have, and that will be orbs like Best Orb Fence or Irresponsible. On top of that, we also have the multi-ball, like the Bolectrum, the Matryoshka, or the Summoning Circle, which are the 3 I generally find. But there are a few more, like the Circe, Double Trouble, and the Potion Bolt, which, like the Bolectrum, is very good at just eating an entire map quickly. On the relic side, we are also looking for anything that lets us hit more pegs, that lets us generate more shield or muscircle in any way. So for bulwark gain, we have the Ballpeen Hammer, which whenever you create a shield on the board, which you can do with some orbs, you gain 4 bulwark. We have the Bastion reaction, which grants bulwark equal to 2 times the health lost from self-damage if you ever wanted to slap yourself around. For more muscircle, we have the Broccoli Knuckles, where you gain muscircle every 3 times the board is refreshed, so that could combo well with every refresh orb and relic. You have the Dumbbell, which grants you muscircle and reload, so if you have less balls in your bag, that would be very good. The Refresher Course will grant you muscircle or Spiness every 4 times you refresh, so that could also again combo with the refresh build. We have the Training Weight, which when you gain muscircle you just gain 1 extra for free. And Mask of Joy, which will also give you +1 for any positive effect you apply to yourself. On top of that, if you wanted to reflect damage, you could use the ripostal service, where attackers take damage equal to 5 times your bulwark, so you could just not hit anyone and let your enemies slap themselves silly. And we again have the more multi-balls from Duplication Station, Constricting Chains, and stuff like Pumpkin Pie, which would let you hit the entire board again for potentially more stacks. So this seems like a very strong build in general. The only real problem I had was early on to just find balls to generate shields at all. And I also didn't really have any damage output outside of my muscircle, but you can solve that with pretty much any ball that does damage if you want to end the fights faster. So I hope you found the guide useful. If you know any other things that could combo well with shields, let me know. Thank you for watching.